A blessed day, ma'am. We are the group 3 and today we'll be representing the reflecting on personal and professional ethics.
Ethics in the workplace are crucial for building trust, fostering a positive culture, and ensuring decisions are made with integrity. This presentation provides a comprehensive guide to understand personal and professional ethics, how they impact your behavior, and how you can maintain ethical integrity in your professional life. Objectives: identify and understand personal values and ethical beliefs. Discuss the impact of personal ethics on professional behavior and decision making. Develop strategies for maintaining ethical integrity in the workplace. Engage in self-reflection to assess and improve ethical behavior. Identify and address common ethical challenges in professional settings. And foster continuous professional growth through ethical self-awareness and improvement.
Today I'm gonna talk all about the understanding personal values and ethical beliefs. What are personal values? Personal values are the beliefs and principles that guide your decisions and behavior. They are shaped by your upbringing, culture, experiences, and personal reflections. Understanding them is important for making choices in line with what we believe in developing a sense of purpose. So let's proceed on common personal values. First, we have integrity. Integrity being honest and having strong moral principles. This means being truthful in all aspects and adhering to a set of ethical and moral guidelines in one's behavior. Second, we have respect. Treating others with consideration and valuing their opinions and perspectives. It involves showing kindness and regard for others and acknowledging and respecting what they think and feel. Third one is accountability, taking responsibility for your actions. This means being answerable for what one does and accepting the consequences of one's behavior. And the fourth one is fairness, treating all people with impartiality and justice. It implies not showing bias or favoritism and ensuring that everyone is treated equally and justly. And last, sustainability, making choices that are good for the environment and future generations. This involves making decisions that will have a positive impact on the environment and ensure the well-being of future generations. All these 5 examples is about integrity is about honesty and moral principles. Respect is showing consideration for others. Accountability is taking responsibility. Fairness is treating everyone equally. And sustainability is making choices for the environment and future. So let's proceed on impact of personal ethics on professional behavior and decision making. First, your personal ethics impact how you behave and make decisions in the workplace. Here are few ways your values might influence your professional actions. Honesty might lead you to always give truthful feedback, even if it's difficult. This means that if you value honesty, you will be inclined to provide accurate and sincere feedback to others at work, even if it's not easy to do so. For example, if a colleague's work has some flaws, you will tell them the truth instead of avoiding the issue or giving false praise. Accountability may prompt you to own up to mistake instead of blaming others. When accountability is a personal value, you feel responsible for your actions. So, if you make a mistake at work, you will admit it rather than trying to shift the blame onto someone else. This shows integrity and helps in building positive work environment. Fairness. Fairness might guide you to treat all colleagues equally, irrespective of status, race, or background. If fairness is important to you, you will ensure that you don't show favoritism or discrimination. You will deal with every colleague in the same way, without being influenced by their position in the company, their race, or their personal background. Personal ethics like honesty make you give true feedback. Accountability makes you admit mistakes. Fairness makes you treat colleagues equally regardless of various factors. So we have exercise here, so it's a self-assessment. Take a moment to reflect on what matters most to you. Write down 3 to 5 core values that guide your personal professional life. How do these values influence the way you make decisions and interact with others? So I choose, I have 3 examples here, so I choose first, simplicity. I prefer simple and straightforward solutions. In a complex work situation, I try to break it down into smaller, so more manageable parts. This value helps me avoid overcomplication and focus on the essential. I prefer simple because it's fast for me to think, and I think carefully, and nagabagay man siya sa akon action ang akon mga ginaplano nga mga simple lang. Second is generosity. I'm willing to share my time, resources, or knowledge with others. If a new employee needs my help, or my classmate, I help. I understand. If a new friends of mine, or classmate, or a new employee needs help understanding a process, I offer my assistance. This value creates sense of community. Nga kung sa diin bla ang imo nga knowledgeable na bla mga experience mo, like gusto mi tudlo mo sa iban nga willing ka mag-share sang time nga na sa ila, dako na ang bulig para sa ila nga nabuligan mo sila. And lastly, patience. I do understand that things don't always happen quickly when dealing with the difficult problems, and I remain patient because these values allow me to handle stress better and work through challenges without getting frustrated. Nga kung sa diin nga if may ginatuwang ka ng problema nga pwede man masolusyonan nga nami kailangan gid naton dapat nga magkalma. Kay kung kalma kita makabulig ni sa aton para makaisip sang mayo kag nami nga solusyon. I choose these 3 values or core values because it influences my decisions by guiding me towards simple solutions, making me more giving and helping me stay calm and patient in various situations. They also make my interactions with others more pleasant and helpful. So let's proceed on discussion questions. How do your personal ethics align with the ethical standards in your organization? This would vary from person to person. For example, if a person has a strong value of accountability and the organization has a culture of holding responsible for their work and mistakes, then their personal ethics align well with the organization's ethical standards. Another example could be if someone values respect and the organization has policies in place that ensure all people are treated with respect and dignity. Second question is, can you recall a situation where your personal values influence a professional decision? So let's answer that. Let's say a person's values as honesty. Let's say a person values honesty in a situation where there was a miscommunication about project deadline like that, and the team was considering not informing the client about the delay to avoid potential negative feedback. The person's value of honesty would influence them to suggest that the client should be informed truthfully about the situation instead of hiding it. That's it. Thank you.
3. Strategies for maintaining ethical integrity in the workplace. Maintaining ethical integrity in a professional setting requires consistent effort and awareness. Here are some key strategies. First is model ethical behavior. Lead by example. Whether you're in a leadership position or not, people around you will follow your lead. Examples aton as a teacher in the future, ang mga ginahaban naton, hulag naton, sundon na sa mga students naton kay syempre para sa ila kita ang tuwag na role model. So dapat learn to act right kid all the time kay sundon na nila. Second is set clear boundaries. Know where you draw the line when it comes to ethical compromises. Be prepared to say no when necessary. Sa 3 is munamba nila nga learn to say no kay mayara chances nga kung naanad sila nga yes ka lang pero nga yes sa ila, mayara chance nga maabuso ka bala. Next is seek guidance. If you face a dilemma, consult mentors, colleagues, or professional resources to ensure you're making the right decision. Then naman niya, if nag-face kita sa mga problems, dilemmas sa aton nga specific na work, yes, pwede kita maka-seek help from our mentors, colleagues, kag sa mga professional. Pwede kita kapangal isang tips or advices paano natin i-handle ang mga muning nga situation kag masolve ang mga dilemmas. Next is stay informed. Continuously educate yourself on ethical standards and best practices in your field. You should attend training, workshops, or read some case studies. Next one, create a supportive environment. Encourage a culture where ethical behavior is the norm. Be open to discussing ethical concerns with your colleague. Di naman niya, pwede kita kayo mo sa circle natin. And pwede kita dali maka-discuss sang other ethical concerns. Next, exercise ethical dilemma. Imagine you're asked to complete a task that doesn't align with your values. How would you respond? What steps would you take to ensure you maintain your ethical integrity? Doon naman niya, example, natagaan ka sang task pero wala siya ga-align sa values mo. How would you respond sa muna? Kag paano mo ma-make sure nga still ma-maintain mo ang imo nga ethical integrity while you do the task naging hatag sa imo. Next is engaging in self-reflection to improve ethical behavior. Let's start with a question. Why is self-reflection important? Okay, so regular self-reflection allows you to evaluate your actions and decisions, ensuring they align with your values. Reflecting on ethical challenges helps you grow and avoid repeating mistakes. Here are some self-reflection questions. Tanungin mo kagalingan. Did I act in a way that aligns with my personal values today? Were there moments when I could have handled a situation more ethically? And next is, how can I improve my ethical decision making in the future? Also, we have here some exercises. First is ethical reflection log. After a week, write a short journal entry reflecting on ethical decisions you've made at work. Evaluate your choices. Were they consistent with your values? If not, what changes could you make moving forward?
Number 5. Common ethical challenges in professional settings. Challenges you may face. Conflicts of interest. Situations where personal interests may interfere with professional duties. Example, accepting gifts or favors from clients. Conflicts of interest. Conflicts of interest occur when personal interests interfere with personal duties. For example, accepting gifts or favors from clients can lead to biased decision, compromising fairness and integrity in the workplace. This issue highlights the need for clear boundaries to maintain ethical standards. Discrimination or bias. Treating people unfairly based on race, gender, age, or other personal characteristics. Discrimination involves treating individuals unfairly based on characteristics such as race, gender, or age. This unethical behavior can create a toxic work environment and undermine team cohesion. Promoting equality and respect among all employees is essential for a healthy workplace culture. Confidentiality. Protecting sensitive information and maintaining privacy. Confidentiality. Protecting sensitive information is crucial in the workplace. Employees must maintain confidentiality to foster trust and respect. Ensuring that personal and professional information is handled appropriately. Breaching confidentiality can lead to serious ethical violations and damage relationships within the organization. Whistleblowing. Reporting unethical behavior can be difficult, especially when it involves coworkers or superiors. Reporting unethical behavior, especially when it involves colleagues or superiors, can be challenging. However, a supportive organizational culture encourages transparency and protects whistleblowers, emphasizing the importance of addressing unethical practices. Pressure to compromise. In high-pressure environments, there may be subtle or overt pressure to cut corners, misrepresent facts, or ignore ethical concerns. In high-pressure environments, employees may face subtle or overt pressure to cut corners or misrepresent facts. Establishing a strong ethical culture can help mitigate these pressures, promoting integrity and accountability among team members. Action steps to address ethical challenges. Recognize the issue. Be aware of potential ethical dilemmas before they escalate. Recognize the issue. Being aware of political ethical dilemmas is crucial. Organizations should foster an environment where employees can identify and discuss ethical concerns openly, preventing issues from escalating. Consult resources. Refer to your company's code of conduct or consult a supervisor or HR for guidance. Referring to the company's code of conduct or seeking guidance from supervisors or HR is essential for navigating ethical dilemmas. This help ensures that decisions align with organizational values and ethical standards. Make a plan. Choose the most ethical course of action, even if it is difficult or unpopular. Choosing the most ethical course of action, even when it is difficult, is vital. Employees should be encouraged to think critically about their choices and the potential impacts on their colleagues and the organization. Stand firm. Be prepared to assert your values and take action to address the issue. Employees must be prepared to assert their values and take action when faced with ethical challenges. This includes being willing to speak up against unethical behavior, which is supported by the culture of ethics within the organization. 6 is fostering continuous professional growth through ethical self-awareness. Commit to ongoing growth. Ethical awareness is a lifelong process. Regularly revisiting your values, reflecting on your actions, and staying informed about ethical best practices will help you grow as both a professional and an individual. Participate in workshops or training on ethics in your field and seek out opportunities for mentoring and coaching. So here are action steps for growth. 1 is set ethical goals. Identify areas where you can improve ethically and set specific goals for self-improvement. Identify specific areas for ethical improvement and establish clear goals for self-improvement. This proactive approach allows individuals to focus on their ethical development systematically. 2nd is seek feedback. Ask colleagues or supervisors for feedback on your ethical behavior and decision making. Actively asking for feedback from colleagues or supervisors regarding your ethical behavior and decision making is crucial. This feedback can also be valuable insight into your actions as perceived and where you might need to adjust your approach. 3rd is keep updated. Keep current with trends and changes in ethics related to your profession. Keep updated. Keeping current with trends and changes in ethics related to your profession is vital. This ensures that you are aware of the latest ethical standards and practices, allowing you to adapt and grow in your role effectively.
We proceed to conclusion. First, we view ethical behavior as a cornerstone, a fundamental element of success. By achieving acting with integrity, we build trust and earn respect, both of which are critical to long-term success and healthy relationships in any setting. Second is understanding our own values plays a crucial role in guiding ethical behavior. When we know what truly matters to us, we can make decisions that align with our beliefs and reinforce our personal integrity. Third, reflecting on our actions is essential. Consistently taking time to assess our choices and actions allow us to identify any misalignments with our values, ensuring that we stay true to our principles and make adjustments as needed. Finally, committing to ethical growth is key. Ethical behavior isn't something we achieve once and then set aside. Instead, it's a continuous process, a commitment to improvement. This ongoing effort strengthens our ethical foundation and fosters a work environment rooted in trust and respect. By understanding our values, reflecting on our actions, and committing to ethical growth, we lay a strong foundation for making decisions that align with our beliefs. This approach not only helps us individually, but also contributes to a workplace where trust and respect flourish.
Thank you all for listening and God bless us all. But before we end, we would like to introduce the reporters. We are Kasahuras Jonard, Qualis Richard John, Hamara Mary Grace, and Dayuna Rubina Joy from BSNED 1A.